I'm down to recording. All right. You want to welcome folks?
All right, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here and sharing this moment with us. And listening to the brand new album. Um, this album is uh, a labor of love, a labor of love that started out 5 years ago with a request from Ananda to create a theme song for use in her workshops. Um, I went about creating that, the Thriving Mindfully theme, which I'll play a bit later on. Um, from there, every now and again, I'd get a message, I'd get a text, I'd get a WhatsApp message. I've got a new idea, I need two more songs. I'd get like a title and maybe like a 1 or 2 line summary. And then I'd go and work on those tracks. And these were all meant for use in the workshops. And then a couple of months later, it would be like 3 songs, 3 song titles, and 2 line synopsis. And we kept on working that way until one day she said to me, I think I want to write some poetry to this and I want to record an album. And I was like, okay, um, unexpected, but this is Ananda's spirit. You never know what to expect, but you know that she's gonna be a troubadour. She's gonna be blazing trails. So we went to work on an album, and then she took her time to write some lyrics, um, and eventually came over to London in the summer of 2023. Ananda, you want to tell the rest?
Yeah. I want to welcome everybody. First of all, if you didn't know, this is Garnet Jackson, known as Garnet Jay, founder of Footprint Productions, one of my best friends in the whole wide universe, music producer extraordinaire. And after my mom made her transition, uh, I think that morning when I called you, Garnet, I said it's time to record. I'm ready to record. I had planned a trip to London, and I just said let's do it when I come. And he said say less, and we uh, we recorded in a day. We had like eight, I think 8 hours we reserved at Bonafide Studio in North London,
Yeah.
and with the help of one of the engineers there, Brian. Shout out to Brian. We recorded it, and it was one of the most scariest experiences in my life. Uh, at first, I thought I was just going to read the words, and I was ad libbing, reading from my book and reading from pieces of paper and typed pieces of paper. It was very collagey, if you will. It was a collage on the spot, and Garnet stepped into the recording box, I guess the room, I'm not sure what you call it. And he said,
Booth.
yeah, the booth. He said, you have to read this with the music. What did you think we were doing? And I started to panic. And my little girl inside of me, I call her Puff, she was like, I quit. I want to go home. And would, he wasn't having it. I was having a meltdown. And so we breathed through that, and we gave birth to this body of work. And I want to just lift up everybody that's been supporting us in this journey, both our ancestors, the spirit, and those of you that are here, those that wanted to be here, and those that are on the video watching it after we have this beautiful listening party. We're gonna move rather quickly to the listening part because the album is only 28 minutes long, and we want to give you all a taste. It is now live on Bandcamp. I've been told it is available on YouTube Music. It should be available on all the streaming platforms except Amazon and Spotify. We've been very intentional in where we put this music. We don't want to give um, any opportunity to certain forces, and I'll leave it at that. Um, We want our music to be as ethical as possible, given the systems that we live in. So, without further ado, I want to just share just a few reminders with you all. Um, I think you all got the message about a better listening experience by having your headphones. We do apologize if you don't have them and your listening experience is not the best. We will uh, make the video available, so hopefully on the video you'll be able to hear it. Uh, if you can continue to mic yourself, unmute yourself, your mics, that would be great. And again, we are recording this and we will be sharing it on our social media and our website. So if you don't want your face on the program, it's a great time to mute the video option before we get started. And I'm going to turn it over to um, Garnet. We already talked about did we talk about why we created this? I don't think we did, not really, but really short, very quickly. Um, this is a labor of love, and it's dedicated and pays tribute to my mother, and it also um, honors my journey over the last 30 plus years and my spiritual journey and creative journey. And so you'll get to see, hopefully, and feel what my path has been like and what it will continue to be, I hope. So, with that, you have anything you want to add, Garnet, to it?
Yeah, just a reminder, as you were sharing about your experience in the booth, that this is Ananda's recording artist debut. And I think that's amazing because that's not an easy thing to do. And there's lots of artists in here, and they can vouch for that. So, yeah, I just want to salute you for rising to the challenge. Um, I'm notorious for being hard in the studio, but the music lives forever, so it needs to sound right.
Mm-hmm.
Not sorry. So here we go. um, I think the first song we should play is New Moon, as it's a
Yeah.
new moon. Um, and yeah, it's the release of the project. So here we go with New Moon.
Watch where you step. Step. I think something happened. Did something happen to? I think when you muted yourself, Garnet, it stops the music. So if you can unmute, because I can't hear. If you can unmute yourself, Garnet, because it stops the music. If you could start it again.
Apologies, folks. A
Yeah.
little technical glitch there.
Okay.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah. And don't mute yourself, brother. Watch where you step. Step. Watch where you plant your seeds. Find your fertile ground when the new moon arrives. Hold yourself gently, patiently, gracefully, lovingly, and compassionately as you manifest the dreams of your heart and third eye. Keep them sacred. Give them permission to simmer
Okay, folks.
Okay.
So that was New Moon.
And we did that before we did what we initially had agreed to, which was Thriving Mindfully, the theme song.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, a little bit about the new moon. Um, I have been following astrology probably all of my life and really started diving deep into it in my late 20s with my Saturn return. I don't want to waste a lot of time on all of that, but the new moon is a beginning, and every month we get that opportunity. Every day we get an opportunity. Every time we breathe in a new moment, and that is a new moon. And it really is a celebration of reminding ourselves that we can start over at any point in time. You can have a fresh start whenever you want, um, and it can start with you just setting an intention to have that moment. And I follow that intention with a breath, and that allows me and all of us to practice our birthright of mindfulness, this ability to be aware of what's happening. I'm in the present moment so that we can make the types of choices and live the life that we are destined and been created to live. So, with that, Garnet, you want to comment or play track one
Yeah.
like we agreed?
So, yeah. This is the song that started it all. When Ananda commissioned me to do the theme song, and at first it was kind of like, well, where'd you go? Like, what style of music? Am I gonna go for something like a jingle or whatever? But in the end, I started vibing and come up with something that. Oh, that summer I was listening to a lot of Tony Allen, which is Fela Kuti's drummer, and that gave me some inspiration. And we come to Thriving Mindfully theme. You got anything to say on that before I play?
I would say this like around two something this morning when all of the music was finally released. And mind you, I only heard about two songs because he's been mastering them, remastering and remixing them. And when I heard this, I immediately was brought back to the 70s and my childhood and watching Soul Train. And I'll leave it at that and let y'all um, feel it. And let us know what you think in the comments. We love to hear what you have to share.
Guess what? The time has come for you to unwind, unravel, and unpack the stuff that's getting in your way. So speak to your heart. Allow the vulnerability to be as it is. Now listen without judgment and pay close attention. This message was made for you. 1. Slow your living. 2. Sustain your living. 3. Share your living. 4. Serve through your living. And 5. Savor your living. I invite you to make these commitments your intentions to be present, well, and the real you. Did you hear me? I invite you to make these commitments your intentions to be present, well, and the real you. Bring them to life with every breath you take and in every moment that you create. 'Cause your life matters. Embrace thriving mindfully today.
All right.
There you have it.
Yeah. For me, that's a very strong Fela, influence, paying tribute to Fela Kuti. And
Big
the
time.
people on Soul Train, like every Saturday, who let us know in the chat if you were raised off the Soul Train with Don Cornelius. I always wanted to wear the clothes to elementary and junior high school. Yeah, we got some folks in the chat chatting it up. Garland Soror, yeah, with the big afro. Yeah, my cousin Lori saying the Soul Train line. We got folks from Toronto, Ottawa, Canada repping hard with some astrological wisdom about the new moon starting around 1:58 a.m. our time, Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. So we're going to keep it moving because, again, we did the new moon and now we're going to track 3. You want to introduce this, Garnet?
I think you should introduce this one, actually.
Oh, okay. Honor your body. Okay. So let me tell you, when you work with Garnet, uh, you have opportunities to express yourself, and he listens. And pretty much, is a very great collaborator. But then there's some things like the spelling of honor. Uh, I did not win that because over here across the pond, we spell it Honor, and it kept coming up every time I would see it in the draft of the press kit, electronic press kit. It would have the Honor, so I let it go. I realized that was not going to happen, and there's a reason why Honor Your Body is titled the way it is. But anyway, I had to surrender among many moments in this process. Not that many, but that was one of them. Um, so honor your body is it's coming from my love and my practice and commitment to yoga and to meditation and how it has been a lifeline. Both of them have been a lifeline in my self-care practices, and it is about honoring this temple that we've been given in any way that you find each and every day. Uh, and yeah, I'll let the music speak for itself. You want to say anything before you start to play, Barnett?
Okay, let's go.
Morning, morning, morning. I greet the morning and I let my whole body breathe the beauty and the presence of this moment. When I do so, I allow my entire body tempo to participate in the breathing process. Breathe in, breathe out. My belly swells and releases my hips. They rock to and fro. My shoulders bob. My spine gently relaxes. I become the beneficiary of a heavenly massage that comforts my muscles and organs. Breathe in, breathe out. My breath is transformed into a soothing melody that quiets every cell within. I smile and surrender. I realize I have come back home to myself. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. I am home.
I have to say that the last part of that always melts me. It takes me to my mother, Theresa, and the piano in the living room. Ah, I mean, you just captured it, man. It never gets old. Oh, Garland said definitely yoga cool down music. We're hoping. Tell your yoga teachers. um, Downloads available. $9 in the States. Always selling, offering invitations to get the music. Yeah. You want to say anything, Garnet?
Yeah, so that was like the final draft of that song because this project has gone through so many drafts, um, and the journey from the producer side of it has been so interesting. I've learned and grown so much as a producer working on this project because one thing I found was that in the beginning I didn't like I'm a super old school analog person. So, and I'm a huge like digital skeptic. So the idea of working on a laptop, um, I kind of did it through gritted teeth. I was like, it'll do. And the original version of this, I was kind of always on the fence with it after a little while. And I was like, So then I started to work on the other tracks and improving those, and then it started to stick out for the wrong reasons. So I was like, I have to, go about creating some new music for it. And Ananda's vocals and what she's saying, it just sounded. I felt like I had to get something that sounded like morning, like daybreak, and I felt like the piano was able to do that as some strings. Like I see like meadows and butterflies and dew on the grass. Those are the kinds of images I get in my head for that, and that was also bringing out my kind of spiritual jazz influences. People like Pharoah Sanders and Lonnie Liston Smith, and just kind of like putting my own twist on that. And the consistent thing, the consistent feedback, the most consistent feedback I've had about um, this project or anybody who's heard any of the songs is about Ananda's voice, and I feel like this kind of represents that well because it's such a perfect voice for this type of thing, and then my job was made a bit easier because then it's just about accompanying that, complementing that voice. So hence the magic.
Yeah. That was everything. We got some feedback in the chat. We got people who are doing chair yoga to it and listening, like my cousin Lori. Your cousin Kijo is doodling and says the delicacy of the piano works well with the voice. We got Elisa from San Jose saying that was beautiful. Yeah. Thank you all for commenting. So we're gonna move this listening party right along. And ancestral medicine. You want to introduce this one?
Yeah, ancestral medicine. So this kind of picks it back up. It feels like that's morning, and then ancestral medicine is like, okay, you're up now, and it's about, those days when you need to rise to the occasion, and you got to draw on all of the ancestors' strength and wisdom, to carry you through the day sometimes, and I wanted it to be kind of like euphoric. I'm seeing like the edge of a cliff looking overlooking the sea, you know, kind of like in Black Panther and them kind of films. um, yeah, horns and all sorts going on. So yeah, again, it's what Ananda's saying, how she's saying it, and then just creating the better music to fit that. You got any thoughts before I play?
Just that this track is dedicated to my ancestors and your ancestors, everybody. In the pandemic, I had a lot of time, like all of us, most of us had a lot of time. I don't want to assume everybody did, but many of us had a lot of time to do different things. And I spent a lot of time in therapy and in coaching sessions, as well as ancestral healing sessions. And I was able to heal the different lines of ancestors with the support of Jamari Michael White, a wonderful ancestral healing coach. And the music and the words for the poetry came out of that healing journey. So the ancestors were definitely getting my attention and allowing me to be a vessel for them and for creator. So let's play it.
I'm calling my loving wise and well ancestors. I'm calling wisdom, peace, joy, healing. Wisdom, peace, joy, healing. I'm calling my loving, wise, and well ancestors. I'm calling them because they built a garden with their lives. They planted and nurtured seeds of love, wisdom, peace, joy, healing, wholeness, abundance, and creativity just for me. All they are and all they did was so I could be here right now, in this space, in this place, on Mother Earth, as their harvest, their celebration. So I stand in this truth, and I trust it with everything that I have, because it is everything that I need to be the real me.
Did we have a little technical glitch with that at the
Nope.
end? Okay. Oh, hey. All right. So we're going to move into grief. This is, I want to just give a shout out to my soul sister love, Tanya Adejoke, Reverend Tanya Adejoke, Butler Truesdale, my walking partner. And thanks, Craig. Glad that you liked it. That was tasty. Um, thanks, Kijo, for saying digging the bala or the bala. But this piece, track 5, grief, is right after my mom passed. One of the things that was a lifeline was walking with my sister friend Tanya, and we had been walking before that, and both of our mothers were having health challenges, um, and so the walks were really a great place for me to just let out whatever I was feeling, thinking, the fears, the everything. And I remember writing in my journal that morning when these words were coming. And I remember walking with Tanya, and we were walking by um, this gravesite in DC of enslaved African people. And she was sharing with me, the history of it. And I had my journal, and I wanted to make a recording of this song. The words, I didn't even know if it was a song. I just wanted to share it so that I would have that memory. And I remember standing there, just being surrounded and not knowing what that was going to be, but it turned into grief, this acronym. And I've been told that it's been very helpful for people that are experiencing different forms of loss. It definitely is something that I have used over the last um, several years, the words as well as the music and the evolution of it from what Garnet has done to it each time that he has touched it and made it better. So let's play it.
Nobody can tell you what grief means. You have to know it for yourself. I'm learning it day by day. And there is this grief acronym that keeps coming in my mind. It begins with the G, grounded in grace. The R is I release anything that is stopping me from receiving. The I is the invitation to experience my loss. The E is express my vulnerability and feelings. The F is fully and freely so I can flow in this next season of life. Yes, grief is an acronym. Grounded in the grace I release anything that is stopping me from receiving the invitation to experience my loss and express my vulnerability and feelings fully and freely so I can flow in this next season of life. Grief ushers me into a season of life I ain't ever experienced before. Grief invites me to dwell in the loss freely and fully, independent of what society, culture, religion, people, family, and friends think. Grief calls me to be still. In the stillness, she counsels me to befriend myself, to love myself with kindness and compassion and non-judgment, patience and forgiveness. She whispers, she screams, she cries, she laughs, she smiles, she pouts. She has me feeling so many ways and so many moments. She comes when she wants to come. She has no sense of time. She just is. She humbles me completely. So I allow myself the space to unravel, to unwind, to unfold, to come undone. Grief is a master class in surrender. With her, you ain't got no control. She takes you and takes you and takes you to the bottom of Yemenya's ocean. So breathe, feel, love deeply. Do it all for yourself. You're going for a deep, deep dive into the unknown. One where your heart will break open and offer you the medicine you need to carry on.
Yeah. You want to say anything?
Yeah, that one. I won't even say too much about that because I think it speaks for itself. Um, it's one of those things that it's lived. You know, you can feel that this is a lived experience being shared, and it has a universal resonance because we all know grief, we all know loss, and I think the way Ananda's described that, um, the words, but also the delivery, because actually this track is a little fun fact about this track because there were two tracks at the end that because Ananda just had scripts like books, notebooks, scraps of paper, and all sorts, and there were two songs that she came with, and she recorded those a cappella, and this was one of them. And then I built the music around her voice and the lyrics, and yeah, like when you hear what's being said and the way it's being delivered and the tenderness in there and the way she articulates the pain um, of the loss. Listen, I had to dig deep, and this is the result. This is grief.
Yeah, that you did. Thank you, cousin Lori. She said grief is beautifully described, and Tanya Butler Truesdale said beautiful. Yeah, definitely. So with that, we're gonna move us along.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So fun fact about this, I don't know if Garnet gets this, but I think I tried to have a third one, a third word, because when I initially sent it to you, and this is probably going to be a bone of contention, I wanted it to be flow, glow, and grow, or flow, grow, and glow, something like that. But I see that it's flow and grow. It may sound too much like in the movie Coming to America, when the guy sits against, he puts his Jerry curl hair against the sofa, and
Soul
maybe
glow.
soul glow. Maybe he didn't want it to be
Just
soul glow.
let your
That's just soul glow. That's what I was thinking. He probably won't let me just have my way because he knows something that I don't. So with that, you wanna share anything about this piece?
um, not really. It's a short one. I'll just say executive decisions were made.
That did not involve me. Yeah, this piece also reminds me of yeah, I love the beginning part of it. When he added the beginning part, I I freaked out. I know I was screaming through WhatsApp, like I was like, "Oh my God," and using ex, some some of my favorite cuss words. Um, but yeah, this was everything because I play this. I wish I just had this like on repeat for 10 minutes. So I'll let it go. Let's go.
Yeah, it's more like an interlude to palate cleanser after grief. You want to have a little palate cleanse. So you just flow and glow through it.
You hold the key to your vulnerability that lives in your heart. She stands in the center, so let your holy energy rise to the crown. Witness the presence as the fuel that energizes you in all life adventures. With it, you can flow up, down, and all around. Catch the thriving mindfully vibe and then embody it. Flowing, growing, and glowing.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree with Craig. He said big tune. I'm like big tune. Yeah, it takes me. It just takes everything from. Yeah, that's all. That's it. You want to say anything before we move to the next piece?
Nah, I think that's on point. Cleanse the palate after the depth of grief. You can exhale
All right.
with flow
So
and glow.
yeah, so this is present AF. I think it says what it says. Let's get with it.
All right, let's go.
Breathe, baby, breathe. The elevator is stuck. It ain't going nowhere. So what you gonna do, boo? Now we both know we're talking to you about an elevator while you're in a deep sleep. And it ain't really about being stuck. We can both agree that you are the elevator, stuck, going nowhere, no time soon. So breathe, baby, breathe. I see you living outside of yourself. Do you see you? Stressing, struggling, getting frustrated, having all kinds of panic attacks, fearing what's on your right, what's on your left, what's above and what's below. And for what? Breathe, baby, breathe. Now, why are you choosing to hand over your greatest and most precious gift? Wake the fuck up. You're slipping away, baby. Breathe, baby, breathe. So come on back to what's inside of you. Come back to your essence. Come back to your body. Come back to your breath. Come back to yourself and leave this world's madness right where it is. With a moment of stillness, press your sacred reset button and breathe, baby, breathe. Now you can exercise your birthright that is completely free and be present as fuck. Breathe, baby, breathe.
Yeah, words came as a result of the early days of the pandemic and me thinking that this shit is over. Like this a wrap. Like this is we going out. And I was having all kinds of panic attacks and tripping hard, it just life as we knew it changed, completely. And I I turn to what I do a lot of times is my journal, and then journaling, and then the conversations that I was having with Garnet, with different friends, Yael and Tanya. I mean, the list goes on and on. Family, friends, what I was reading. And I remember calling Garnet one day and I was tripping and he was like, yo, Nan, because he calls me Nan. He's like, you need to get some therapy. Like you need therapy. And it's, and you could laugh at that, but it's really great to have people around you who will tell you, and you will listen. And I heard him, and I remember Yael had said the same thing like a couple days before, and I heard both of them, and so I was able to find an amazing African American therapist, um, Dr. T, give her a shout out, and I worked with her for several years, still working with her when needed. And I say all that to say that it's really easy to get lost in what's around us and what's happening. Um, and when we can come back to our breath, at least to ground ourselves, even in the midst of all of the panic attacks that I was having, at least I came back to my breath, and I could notice that something was happening, to my body, to my nervous system. And yeah, being present as fuck to whatever's happening. That's the first step. So that's a fun track, but it's also a life-saving track for me. Uh, and I love that Garnet, in his mastery, was able to put together the music in a way that makes you dance, makes you move, brings me back to Soul Train and wanting to be a Soul Train dancer. Um, it's uplifting, but it also has, the message. Um, so yeah, Garnet, did you want to say anything about it before we move on?
Um, nah, I love that. It's because the title again, I'm working off clues. So you're giving me the title and maybe like a one or two line synopsis, and just that title alone. That's why I went with like the funk. I just felt like this is a strut, you know. That's them days where you pick yourself up and you're like, you know what? You put on your favorite coat and step out, and you really step. So that's what that was about for me. Hot
All
stepper,
right.
yes, Kijo.
All right. I love that Elisa's cat is involved and is so attentive and is joining us. And that
She
she loves
never
my
she
voice.
never sits there. She's just been sitting there like that this whole time. She usually will curl up in this basket, but when we started, she like came over here. She's been like the whole time just sitting there. It's really strange, but cute.
All right. Well, the cat wants a download too. So we got cats
Shout out
loving
to the
it.
cat.
Yeah, shout out to the cat. What's your cat's name?
Her name is May.
All right, May. You know good music. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna keep it moving because we're coming to my favorite. Well, all of them are my favorite, but this is Theresa's daughter. I think this says it all.
compassion, self-forgiveness, and self-celebration. When I claim and practice these birthrights, I am where I'm supposed to be, thriving mindfully as Theresa's daughter, the real me.
Yeah. Mm.
Would you say
Well,
that's the centerpiece?
I would say they all are the centerpiece, but that is it. Um, yeah, that's everything. Craig says Joe is absolutely loving that one. Thank you. Thank you. He does
Love,
too.
love, love.
Yeah, we got some hearts from King Kimblet, one of my sorors. That is a amazing musician, vocalist, spoken word artist extraordinaire out of Ottawa, Canada. I'm sorry, and Amal loved it too. I'm King. I keep forgetting to honor the indigenous name of the occupied land. That's one thing I forgot to do in the beginning. We're all on occupied land, so we want to honor the indigenous people. Lori says it's heart piercing. Jamie Perry says it loves it so much. We appreciate it. So we are going to move into the next piece, the final piece, and that is the full moon. Um, and I love that. Garnet, you want to say anything before you play? Or you started playing it?
Man, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right.
La Luna's fullness invites me to offer myself back to myself, to come home. So I do what only I can do. I become soft. I slow down and offer myself freedom today. I free myself with mindfulness and self-care because they are my birthrights. They open me up to being the real me. I dance with Mama Moon's energy, and we slow drag together, getting closer and closer. So close we become one. And in our oneness, my body begins its descent into Yemenya's ocean of emotions. The depth of it all overwhelms me. I try to resist, forgetting that I am no longer a solo being. I have become a part of the lunar we. So we surrender and breathe deeply as we release what is no longer ours to be, think, feel, say, and do. Through our letting go of parts of ourselves, the thoughts we think, the attitudes we have, the choices we make, the definitions we create that box us in, the emotions we feel, the fears that keep us running and running and running, the games we play, the history separation we no longer need. The judgments that stop us from moving forward. People, places, relationships, and a shitload of stuff we don't need. Our release clears space for forgiveness, self-forgiveness, and forgiveness of others. I try to crawl back into my ego when I realize I am not ready or willing to forgive. And Mama Moon rushes forth and offers me a bridge to walk over into the land of willingness that calms my struggle. She shares affirmations that become my prayer. I am willing to forgive myself for anything I have believed, felt, thought, said, or done that has hurt me and others. I am willing to forgive myself for placing requirements on life. I am willing to forgive life for not meeting my requirements. And I am willing to forgive others for anything they have believed, felt, thought, said, or done that has hurt me, themselves, and others. Mama Moon's light wraps me in a hug that lets me know everything is okay. I become the lunar we again, knowing, trusting, and believing in our energy. She sees it all before I ever do. She knows and calls me to know too. For her, I must come to this place of release in order to clear the path for celebration. Celebration of our fullness, our wholeness, all of who we are and have been during the past moon cycle. Together, we party like it's our birthday, because it is. We put on our favorite crystals, selenite, howlet, and clear quartz. They are a full moon trinity. So we smudge our body and home with sage. And in our sacred space, we journal our reflections while sipping blue lotus tea before going to sleep. Me and La Luna, Mama Moon, La Lumiere, we are a forever connection that travels into our dreams, guides our steps when we are awake, and helps us embrace thriving mindfully.
That shit is live. I'm sorry, I can't hold it. I was like, oh my God. The break, like Craig said, is wicked, it's fire. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not even sorry. It's just like, damn. Whew. It takes me every time. It's like, who is that? And then it's like, oh yeah, that's me. But it's the fire that you bring to it, Garnet, man. You have you have made all of the sparkle and sensation of being 60. You made it come alive. Like that embodies it. That says it. We are so grateful that you all have been with us this afternoon and this evening, wherever you're logging in from. We want to remind you that you can support us by sharing this project with your family and your friends, your neighbors, your colleagues, your network, because we are independent and we aim to remain that way. You can download it in the States for $9, not $9.99, and 7.6 pounds. It's on all the streaming platforms again except Amazon. Go to footprintrecords.bandcamp. I will follow up with the information. You'll get another email from me. I won't spam you. We do have a electronic press kit. So if you have connections with people, um, share it. It's on the website, anandaleek.com/album. And we have something coming up in January that we're going to do, and it's going to be similar to this. It'll be a Sunday kind of vibe, and we're going to have conversation and music, sharing this, and we'd love to invite you to come back. Um, so sign up to join us. You'll hear more about it as the days go on. We've got a lot of behind the scenes videos that we'll be releasing. You're now on our newsletter list, so watch out for that. Follow us on social media, Ananda Leeke on LinkedIn, YouTube, Blue Sky, Substack. I am not on Facebook as in terms of posting and Instagram, but I am there, but I'm not there. Garnet is on Instagram and Facebook. Can you tell them where you are?
Yeah, so it's official Footprint Productions on Instagram and Footprint TV on YouTube.
Yeah. And so we want to thank you for joining us. We're going to open it up for some conversation, and I'm going to stop the share. And if you want to chime in, just feel free to unmute, or you can. Yeah, Craig says we have great chemistry. Well, yeah, I feel like I'm the sibling that he didn't get. I call him my little big brother, because he definitely knows how to check me, and he also gives me a lot of space to um, to be free. It's my soul brother from another mother, definitely. But yeah.
Yeah, Garnet, you've got your cousin here. He's imagine he's 19. He won't go get the guitar and start riff.
Put me on the track now. Put me on the remix.
He said put him on the
Put me
remix.
on the remix, man.
Okay. Say less. Say less. We're gonna make that happen.
Look, I'm bringing. This thing is
Yeah.
generational. Come on.
Yeah.
We can absolutely do that.
Amal, I'll fly over for that. See you in the studio.
He's saying 100.
I'm serious too. So hey, get it together. I will show up.
Yeah. Who did the album cover?
Garnet did it.
Garnet did.
Yeah.
Oh, let me give you this again. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, we have the people of Canva to thank for us. I think one of the beautiful things about technology is that when you use it with good intention, it can produce this kind of project. And it's been amazing to see what Garnet has been able to do, both with the music as well as the cover. Because I lost it when I saw the cover. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, but you guys have got great chemistry. You know, there's a great combination of vocals and also instrumental. It's a lovely balance.
And that break on that, was it the last track?
Yeah.
That break that you did. You're dangerous enough. Oh my gosh.
What she said, what Joe said, I lose it every time. I'm like, if I'm doing something, I stop and I'm just like. Elisa wanted to know, are we going to be on iTunes? Are we available on iTunes?
Yes, we are.
Oh wow, okay.
So yeah, everything except Amazon and Spotify.
Hooray!
Within all power to the people.
For real.
Yeah, so it's breaking at the moment. It's still kind of rolling out. So it's on YouTube Music right now. It's on Instagram, so you can use it for
Oh
background
wow.
music for your posts and stuff. Um, I
Stolen.
know that
Mhm.
Tidal is coming as well, but the bigger platforms take a few days, but it's
Mhm.
imminent. So it's just look out for it in whichever one you use. And if you use Spotify, switch.
Hey.
Gosh.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And of
it's not.
course.
Yeah, those platforms are not. They're
No.
not for artists.
Yeah, he's
No,
right. They're all right. We're in the wrong.
that's
Yeah,
right. They're
That's facts, man.
them
We
teeth.
can't we can't be on the side of empire in these times, man. Real
no,
talk.
See there. The wicked them.
Mm.
they
Straight.
wicked them. Yeah, the wicked them. I'm gonna use that. The wicked them.
Yeah, fire
Any,
for them.
anybody else want to share? They can unmute.
Hi, Soror.
Hey, Sor, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you for your work. I just wanted to come on here and say congratulations on your debut album. It's truly incredible. Like I said in the chat, it's such a beautiful curation and blend of your words and Garnet's music. And yeah, like Craig said, it's the chemistry is very evident in the product as well. And yeah, it's medicine. It's a potion for us to consume through our ears, right? So thank you so much for that.
Thank
Um,
you. Thank
and
you.
yeah, shout outs to Sora, Theresa, Leeke. Um, yeah,
Thank you.
bless
Thank you.
on you and her. And yeah, this is everything. Great work, Sora. Congratulations.
Thank you. I received that from you. I bow to that. You're one of my you don't know it, you're one of my mentors.
Ah!
You know it now. Yeah.
I love you, Sora.
I love you too. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you.
I think we got some other folks that want to unmute. I could look at Kijo's face and Tanya's face and
You
tell.
look like the woman, no? Jeez.
Hey, Ananda.
Hi.
Hi. I just want to say congratulations and just repeat on what everyone's saying. The chemistry and definitely medicine. I do sense that immediately. This is my fun little nonsense that I did while I was listening to your tune.
Wow.
Yeah, it brought me to some other spaces, other feelings, and so yes, thank you for that expressive arts and healing. That was such a beautiful listen. Thank you so much. I do have to head out, so I just want to say thank you all. Love to see your faces, and have a beautiful day. I gotta head to the library and do my thing.
Big love,
Yeah.
cuz.
Yes, big love. Love you. Love you all. Thank
Thanks
you
for
so
being
much,
here, man.
Ananda.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll talk
Thank
soon.
you. We'll talk soon.
Yeah. I got Tracy. Not trying to make Tracy stop talk, but you got Tracy and Tanya. Anybody else want to share? Tanya raised her hand. Yeah. All right, Tanya.
Yeah, this was beautiful. This was really beautiful. You always exceed my expectations. Um,
Amen.
not that, I'm a judge or uh, a critic, but I'm thinking, oh, okay, you're going to England, you're going to do an album, okay, okay, and I just, you know, I should have known that it would be this beautiful. So I just wanted to say to you that remember that the waves that you ripple, when you stick that in, you make that beautiful circle that expands. You can't in one lifetime see
Mm-hmm.
the byproduct of what you create.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember that it's not and it's not for you to see right away. You know, just keep this open and available. And at some point, I bet you when this project is a distant memory. You'll be like, what? You heard it? What? You recognize me from where? Wait a minute, it had that impact on you. You understand how I'm saying
Yes,
things work?
yes,
Yes, yes, yes. You must always remember that what we create, um, it travels in other dimensions and then comes back around to us. All right. And I just love you so much for this. And I can't wait to share it with people.
Thank you. I'm loving the hair.
Oh yeah, and look, tomorrow it'll be green again. Okay, all right.
Yay. Oh, wicked, yeah. Ah, all right. Anyone want to speak? Looks like Tracy. I'm not trying to make Tracy speak, but yeah. Oh, she went off. Okay. All right. Anyone else want to share before we roll out?
I will say something, Puff.
Hey, Garland. Thank you for being here. You know me since I was like 12 or 11.
Yeah. I really enjoyed. Thank you for the invite. I really enjoyed. This was my first album opening or cover listening or whatever this was. I had never been to one of these before, and I enjoyed it. I did really love the music about Theresa. With about you being her daughter. That's the song I really liked also. And I just appreciate you inviting me. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Garland. I appreciate you too. And it's a listening party, G. So you know.
Oh, it's a
Oh, it's
listening
a
party.
listening
That's
party.
right.
Thank you.
It's a
Thank you.
listening
Okay.
party, y'all.
Oh, okay.
This is my first listening
Okay.
party.
See,
This
I
is my
wasn't the
first
only
one.
one. Oh, I'm glad I wasn't
This
the
is my
only one
first
that didn't
listening.
know what it was called.
I didn't know what was gonna happen. I just kept thinking I didn't know you're gonna see me and I could see you. I didn't know what was going on, but hey, I loved it.
All right.
Congratulations to both of you. It's amazing work, a great body of work. My God.
Yeah, so varied as what really surprised me is how different each tune was. Yeah, there was such a variation in the vocal style and the sound behind it. It just really it was like, Lord God, you know what I mean? One of them sounded like, it almost reminded me of Michael Jackson, the background to it. But yeah, just your styles really did complement one another, and it was so varied. I didn't know what to expect. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have no kind of like
preconceived.
Yeah, I didn't have no preconceived idea, but the variety and range of what you guys have come up with, it's refreshing.
And your lyrics is pepper, some of it pepper. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it was like AH.
Wow. You know, but it's like one of them albums you have to go in and listen again. It's like, that's not, you know what I mean? I'm going to be on it.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, because even though I had my headphones on, you can't hear what it's going to be like when you drop it properly. So when I'm listening now, I can't hear none of the bass or anything. You know what I mean? Because it's going through the third party or whatever. So you're not getting the trueness of it. So I can't wait to hear it properly and a proper, on the proper download. Because I liked it now, so I can't wait to hear it properly.
Lyrical master.
Yeah, definitely a lyrical master. Thank you both for sharing. Tracy, what's up?
Hey.
Hey.
No, I'm loving it. Loving it. I mean, I've been a part of the journey somewhat because I've been kind of, in the background listening to the development and all of that. I'm actually using one for my own therapy at the minute. So it's it's brilliant. I mean, the end result is it's up there. And like Craig said, I think it's something you have to listen again and you have to hear it on those big speakers so you can hear all those heavy sounds in the background that are there. But I was kind of squeezing my headphones to my ear to try and get a bit more sound. Can't really hear it that well, but I know what's there. And yeah, wicked. So well done, both of you. Well done.
Thank you so much. Which one
Fabulous
are
work.
you? Thank you. Which one are you using in your therapy?
I think it was the first one.
Okay.
First one. It's my spa one. I take it to the
Okay.
bath with me. And it works.
I love it.
But
I
yeah,
love it.
brilliant work, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Well,
Thank you very much.
I got Garnet typing in the chat. And I want to thank everybody for joining us. I don't want to hold us that much longer. Garnet, do you want to say anything before we sign off?
Yeah, I just want to say to everybody, we really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for being here with us today. It's like giving birth to something, and you're all here. You got a dozen wise people. You know what I mean? So it's much appreciated. Your continued support is appreciated. Please do share. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and all of that stuff. And stay tuned.
Yeah. Thank you again.
There's much more to come.
Let's all just take a big breath in and then let it out. Yeah. Thank you. All right, y'all. I'm going to stop the recording.